Part 1, Foundations. Chapter 1, The Power of Words in Human History. 1.1 Words as Creative Force. Since the dawn of human consciousness, words have not been mere tools for communication. They have been regarded as creative powers. Ancient civilizations believed that the universe itself was born through sound. In the book of Genesis, creation begins with the phrase, "And God said, let there be light." The word is the bridge between the divine will and material reality. In the Quran, God creates through the command, "Kun fa yakun," be, and it is. The creative verb generates existence. In Hindu cosmology, the sound Om is the primal vibration from which all matter and consciousness emanate. These traditions suggest that language is not simply descriptive but performative. It does not only reflect reality but actively shapes it. 1.2 Words as vibration and energy. Modern physics emphasizes that reality at its deepest level is vibration. Matter is condensed energy, and energy expresses itself through oscillations and frequencies. Words, especially when spoken aloud, are vibrations carried on breath. Mystics intuited this long before science confirmed it. To repeat a sacred word or phrase is to send waves of subtle energy into oneself and the environment. Just as sound can shatter glass or soothe the heart, affirmations and dhikr can reconfigure the soul's vibration. 1.3 The oral traditions of humanity. Before writing, human cultures transmitted wisdom through repetitive chants, prayers, and stories. Indigenous shamans sang healing songs that aligned the patient with the rhythms of nature. Vedic priests recited mantras with exact precision, believing that cosmic order, radiate, depended on their proper vibration. Greek poets like Homer used formulaic repetitions in epic verse, not only to aid memory but to generate a hypnotic rhythm in the listener's soul. Repetition was never redundant, it was transformative. Each utterance carried life force. 1.4 Philosophical Foundations. Philosophers recognized the double edge of language. Heraclitus described the logos as the universal principle of order and knowledge. Plato warned against careless speech but also insisted that repeating true ideas guides the soul back to its origin. Aristotle saw repeated statements as tools to build ethical habits. What we affirm repeatedly, we become. Thus, from religion to philosophy, words have always been more than labels. They are keys to transformation. Chapter 2 What are affirmations? 2.1 Defining affirmations. At their simplest, affirmations are conscious statements, repeated intentionally, to shape belief and behavior. Unlike ordinary thoughts, affirmations are deliberate. They imprint the mind through focused repetition. Dhikr, mantras, psalms, chants, and even modern self-help affirmations all share this core principle. What we repeat, we reinforce. What we reinforce, we become. 2.2 Affirmations versus dhikr. Affirmations in the modern psychological sense often focus on personal goals, confidence, success, healing. Dhikr in Islamic mysticism, or mantra in Hindu-Buddhist practice, aim higher. Remembrance of God, unity with the Absolute, purification of the heart. Yet both overlap. A personal affirmation like, "I am peaceful," echoes the dhikr, as "Salam, O source of peace." The human psyche responds to both self-directed and divinely directed words. 2.3 Why repetition matters. The brain learns through repetition. One-off thoughts rarely leave a mark, but repeated statements carve neural grooves, much like water etches valleys in stone. Psychologically, affirmations counteract negative self-talk. Spiritually, dhikr engraves divine truth into the heart until it becomes second nature. Repetition transforms scattered ideas into embodied reality. Seeds. Think of each affirmation as a seed planted in the subconscious. With repetition, watering, and intention, sunlight, the seed grows into conviction, habit, and character. Over time, it reshapes destiny. 2.5 Historical Testimonies. Stoic philosophers advised daily maxims. Today I shall meet difficult people, but I will remain calm. Monks in medieval Europe repeated psalms for hours, training their minds in humility and praise. Sufi dervishes spun in ritual dance while chanting divine names, affirming God's presence in every motion. Across cultures, the principle remains: to affirm is to transform. In yogic science, chakras are energy centers along the spine. Each can be locked by fear or ignorance and opened through affirmations. Root, Muladhara, I am safe, grounded, provided for. Sacral, Svadhisthana, I honor creativity and sacred pleasure. Solar plexus, Manipura, I am strong, I am capable. Heart, Anahata, I am love, I forgive, I heal. Throat, Vishuddha, I speak truth with clarity. Third eye, Ajna, I see clearly, I perceive truth. Crown, Sahasrara, I am one with the divine. Many saints recommended avoiding meat to soften the heart. Christian monasticism. Early monks practiced long vegetarian fasts. Vegan or vegetarian living makes the body more transparent to spiritual energy, allowing affirmations to resonate. 5.3 Food and vibrations. Every food has frequency. Heavy, violent, processed food lowers vibration. Fresh fruits, grains, vegetables raise it. Affirmations are vibrational. They thrive when the body vibrates higher. 5.4 Example affirmation with diet. Before eating, I receive this food with gratitude. May it be light for my body, clarity for my mind, and strength for my soul. Such affirmations sanctify eating, making it part of the spiritual path. Tongues. Science cannot fully measure these, but psychology recognizes peak experiences, Maslow, and flow states as glimpses of higher potential. 8.2 The role of affirmations. Affirmations create the inner environment for such capacities. Calm nervous system, right pointing arrow, heightened perception. Focused repetition, right pointing arrow, extraordinary memory and intuition. Alignment with divine truth, right pointing arrow, sense of unity beyond ego. 8.3 Case examples. Rumi, through dhikr and poetry, accessed visions of divine love. Teresa of Avila, described inner castles unlocked through prayer. Mahatma Gandhi, repeated Rama daily, cultivating immense moral power. These are not miracles imposed from outside but fruits of inner alignment, cultivated by affirmation. Part 4 Philosophical and Interfaith Perspectives. Chapter 9 Philosophers on Repetition and Truth. 9.1 Plato. Affirmation as remembrance. For Plato, the human soul once contemplated the eternal ideas before descending into the body. Learning is not acquiring new information but anamnesis, remembering. Affirmations echo this. Repeating, I am eternal, or truth lives in me, guides the soul back to its original knowledge. Sacred repetition is therefore philosophy in action. It trains memory toward the eternal. 9.2 Aristotle. Habit shapes character. Aristotle insisted that we are what we repeatedly do. Virtue is habit. Affirmations are linguistic habits of the soul. To affirm, I am courageous, daily plants seeds of courage until it becomes one's character. Aristotle's ethics thus aligns with the modern psychology of affirmations. 9.3 The Stoics. Daily maxims for resilience. Stoics like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius practiced daily self-talk. Marcus began mornings affirming, "Today I shall meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful." His affirmations prepared his mind for patience and virtue. Affirmations, in Stoicism, were shields of the mind against chaos. 9.4 Descartes. I think, therefore I am. Descartes' famous phrase is itself an affirmation. By repeating this rational mantra, he established the certainty of self-consciousness. Though secular, it shows how affirmation grounds existence. 9.5 Nietzsche. Amor fati. Nietzsche proposed the affirmation of life itself. Amor fati, love of fate. Instead of resisting suffering, he urged affirming reality as it is. This radical affirmation transforms pain into power. 9.6 Jung. The unconscious and archetypes. Carl Jung saw affirmations as ways of dialoguing with the unconscious. By repeating truths, archetypal energies are awakened. For example, affirming, I am whole, unites conscious and shadow aspects of the psyche. Chapter 10 Affirmations across religions. 10.1 Islam and Sufism. Affirmations take the form of dhikr, remembrance of God. La ilaha illa Allah, there is no God but God. Allah who, God is. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, O merciful, O compassionate. Each name carries vibrational resonance, opening a subtle latifa in the soul. 10.2 Christianity. The Jesus Prayer. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me. Pauline affirmations. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. Psalms. Repeated as affirmations of trust, e.g., the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. 10.3 Judaism. The Shema. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Psalms. Constant affirmations of God's presence and protection. Kabbalah. Meditations on divine names, like Iha Ashur Iha, I am that I am. 10.4 Hinduism. Om Namah Shivaya, affirmation of surrender to the divine self. Soham, I am that, affirming identity with the Absolute. Gayatri Mantra, affirmation of divine light illuminating the intellect. 10.5 Buddhism. Om Mani Padme Hum, affirmation of compassion. Metta practice. May I be happy, may you be happy, may all beings be free from suffering. Buddhist affirmations expand the heart beyond self to universal compassion. 10.6 Taoism. While Taoism does not use affirmations in the same form, Taoist breathing practices involve repeating ideas like Wu Wei, effortless action, or aligning with the Tao. The silence itself becomes affirmation. 10.7 Modern spirituality. New Thought movement, 19th-20th century, taught affirmations like, every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Emile Coué. Louise Hay. I love myself, I approve of myself. Contemporary mindfulness. Affirmations of presence, gratitude, compassion. Love. Conclusion. The word that transcends. From ancient scriptures to modern neuroscience, the verdict is unanimous. Words shape reality. Affirmations and dhikr are not superstition but science, not mere ritual but transformation. They strengthen the soul, multiply the brain's potential, open chakras and lataf, and align body and spirit with divine presence. Practiced with discipline and purity of heart, affirmations lead to extraordinary peace, wisdom, and even miracles. The path begins simply. A word, repeated with sincerity. Yet that word can open universes. As the Gospel of John affirms, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And as the Quran declares, remember me, and I will remember you. The ultimate affirmation is remembrance of the source. All other affirmations are steps toward that radiant center.